Hello, Shanola.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. I'm good. I met you very briefly at the FYC event for this show, and we chatted a little bit there. So I'm so excited that I actually get to sit down with you for a second.
Yes.
Just you and me, so we can dish, we can
Let's
go.
do it. Come on with that backdrop too. That pink is everything.
Oh, thank you. And it's real. This is what I have to tell people. It's not green
Yeah.
screen.
Oh, it's not green screen. It's that's the texture. I can see.
That's the texture, girl. I got it from downtown Los Angeles fabric.
Yes, Los
District.
Angeles Fabric District. If you know,
Right.
you know.
You know. First of all, congratulations on season 2.
Isn't that amazing? I'm so happy it was announced and we can talk about it and everybody knows that they can go ahead, watch season 1 and know they're going to get a season 2.
Exactly. And I was like, do shows get renewed this fast? And like, is this a thing?
Was it fast? It felt like such a long time for me to strike and everything. I was like, please, please, please let us hear. But now you saying that, you're right. It was a short period of time.
I feel like it was like 4 episodes deep and they're like, we're doing this again.
Let's go. Yeah, thank you, NBC.
And that has so much to do with you and the rest of the cast and your chemistry and the writers, because you can write a great story, but if you don't have the right people, it's just not going to go.
That's very true.
I want to ask you, because I know you've been asked about Gabby and Sir a ton, but something that I think a lot of people are talking about is there is a big debate whether Gabby is very justified in this search of power versus passion. Are she and Sir really just two sides of the same monster coin? And I want to know for you, what do you think about that?
I think that's interesting because I've gone back just much like the audience because I'm a TV fanatic too. And even in playing it, there is like you can never go in to play the character with judgment. So it has to be this is the reason why she did what she did. And it wasn't really thought out. I think that's the thing that people need to understand. Gabby had this impulse to do this thing. And the idea behind it is for the good. If I can use a monster to find a monster and save somebody from whatever, that was it. There was nothing after that. Now it's 7 months later, and what do you do? And has she turned into him? I think you can see moments of that, but you can also see the moments where she pulls back and says, I am not you. I will not be you. You are not going to turn me. You've already done all of this and you're still affecting my life and I'm not healing. So there is not, I do not think the theory of the two-headed monster, them being I can't do that one because his was very a purposeful grooming, which you'll see throughout the season, how they actually met. And it's so sick that I think people will then be able to make the distinction between the two, because at least hers was for quote unquote a greater good, and it wasn't self-serving to have, I guess, Sir wants a family or an obsession, whatever it is, right?
Right. I agree with you. When people are like, they're both just monsters, it's like, did you not see what he did though? It's not the same. Would you not try and take your own kind of revenge on the person?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it's
Yes.
very justified to me.
Yeah.
And I think that makes her relatable and so likable. And you walk that line, I feel like, of power and like aggression with him, but still keeping her so likable. So
good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I know that you have talked a lot about the show's impact that it has had because it's so different from other procedurals. We were talking about marginalized communities and those that are forgotten. And for you, what is something that you maybe haven't been able to talk about when it comes to this part of the show that you wanted to?
Well, I think that what this show has done is it has really opened Pandora's box as far as being able to talk about it all now, right? In a way that is not polarizing. I think that with the risk that you take and what NK was willing to do was say, I'm going to put it out there. How you receive it is how you receive it, but this is the truth. This is a reflection on what's actually happening. And so I think that there's now, especially 10 episodes in, and especially when we see the reception of everybody kind of responding to it, that there is nothing off limits. That's what's been so great about the impact of the show, is we are finally talking about it.
Exactly. If people can be like, it makes it digestible because, you know,
Yes,
in a way, because I grew up watching procedurals with my dad. Like that's how we connected. I feel like I have seen all of them at this
yes,
point.
yes,
And this is a show that I'm like, this is a conversation we should have. You should learn about this, you know? And
yes,
I've got
yes.
my parents watching it now and we talk about it
I
because
love that.
my mom grew up in the DC area. So she's like, anything
Yes.
there, she's like,
He's
I
gonna
love
go,
it,
I
you
love it. Tell
know?
your
So I think
cousin hi and thank you.
it's so, so, so important. And I also really appreciate that Trent and Gabby aren't quite a love story. And I'm wondering how much you had that choice, or is that NK's choice?
I think I think it's really in the writing, right? You have a character that NK, you don't, it's so nice not to have the hero of a story have to have a love interest and fall in love. It's just like, okay, we've seen that, we've done that, it's expected. So to NK's credit, to go against what's expected, which is that a character has to have that when she's so damaged in real life, what person needs to be falling in love right now when you have a man in the basement and you haven't healed? Just nobody needs to do that. Now's not the time for love, and there's not really a time for that love in the near future. Gabby hasn't, she spent so much time healing other people. She hasn't done the work on herself. How unfair would it be, especially someone like the Trent character who's so kind, to drag him into that space? It's just not fair. It's not fair. And I love that we told that line of, yes, there could this be. You know that song, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. No bad feelings. It's like, if the world was different for Gabby, then maybe there would have been a chance, and sure, that would have been, but it's not. This is the reality, and it's not fair to bring anybody else into that. And I think Gabby is hyper aware of that. And I think that her journey, which is lovely to see on TV, is a woman actually just going through the journey of healing. And there's no savior on a little horse that's coming to save her to heal. Don't need that story. We already seen it. And a woman can heal herself or go through the process, period.
Period.
So I love that. So thank you, NK.
Amazing. Well, that is my time. Thank you so much for talking to me about Found today. Everyone
Thank
check
you.
it out on ABC. Season 2 is coming. So when that big
NBC,
cliffhanger
NBC, NBC, NBC. Thank you.
thank you.